Welcome guys, so this is Switch Tech Hub, aka the Tech Chef. This is us again. We are working on this project for one of our clients again. So this is the front end of things. For those of us who are developers, who know that this is obviously React, and then we have our backend here. Our backend server is running. This is Django. So basically, I want to quickly walk you guys through a particular something I just wrote. So this project right now is for a client, right? It's for a client that is an account management software, but I integrated something for them. I integrated an invoice generation feature for them. So this is what I did, right? Let me go to my models.py. First of all, for my models.py, I created an invoice model, right? I created an invoice model that we have everything I want the invoice to contain. That is the name. This sales now is linked to the sales model here. This is the sales model, so it's linked to this guy, right? And then we have the buyer name, the quantity, unit price, total price, amount paid, and of course created that, and then it returns the string of self. And yes, so now let's go to the views. I just want to show you guys one very cool thing. So from the sales view, right, we are going to create an invoice, create this invoice and capture everything that is in the invoice model, right? And then when we come down here, we are going to create another view called invoice view set. This is where we are now going to define how it's going to look like. I know some of us, we say don't comment on your code, but sometimes it is good to comment on your code so that you will understand what you're actually doing. If you don't comment on your code, sometimes you will come back, you know what you wrote, but for what you wrote it now becomes a challenge, you know. So that is why it's always good to comment on specific parts of your code. So this is it here, okay. This canvas is a Python function. It's a built-in Python function that when you want to do something that has to do with text, printing out stuff or generating PDF format, you have to use that canvas. The canvas is like the background where the thing is going to be printed upon. Do you get? So I'm setting my font to Helvetica and all of that, and this is the invoice information, everything that's how the invoice is going to look like, and everything the invoice is going to contain, and the table, right? Payment summary, signature. So now the owner of this brand now will sign to authorize that okay, this invoice came from us, and then issue it to the customer. So I just decided to show you guys this feature that we're implementing. And PS, the client did not ask for this. I just, you know, during our iteration for this client, I said okay, this would actually help the client in record keeping, because the client mentioned to me that they have this thing where they want to keep a proper record of all of their clients, all of their customers, both returning and new customers, so that at the end of the year they'll be able to have a record where they can say okay, this person patronized us so amount of times this year, so this person deserves an incentive. And using this metric, they can know the clients, their customers, that they're going to gift or not. All right, so when the client said this to me, I was like, okay, how are they actually going to get this metric? Because this is for them to record. There's no way, there's no customer interface. This is just for them in the company. So I thought, okay, there's actually a way that they can get this metric. This invoice system will help them to get this metric. So even while issuing the invoice to the customer, as you are filling the whatever, as the invoice is generated, it's going to save all these details. And once all these details are saved, you can always go back to your database and check and say, okay, these are the customers, and this is the number of times, and this is the incentive this person deserves based on this number of times that they have patronized the business. We are done with the backend. Actually, we are done with the backend. Oh, this is the front end. Sorry, everything is ready on the backend. We are about to jump into the front end now to start working on this. You know, I'm actually the one working on the back end and the front end. Our other guys are working on other projects that we have at hand. So we are always hands on deck, bringing your project to handle it with dedication. And some people say that there is no Jara in tech. There is Jara. Oh, this feature I just explained now, it was not part of the negotiation with the client, but out of our initiative during our brainstorming session, we thought that okay, this would be wonderful to be included. And voila, here we are. We're including it for the client. That is our own form of Jara, telling you come back again, we are the best at what we do. So why not bring your project so that you feel that tech Jara working for you in your business? Peace out guys, we'll see you all later.